milestone that we are here to celebrate today is truly the power of collaboration. We worked with the city leaders, with the community, with local businesses, and we came to common ground and made this possible today for everyone to enjoy. But before we start our program, we have so many people here in the audience that were part of this, that came to so many council meetings and were such great advocates to make this happen. I just want to thank you all and recognize all of you for all the hard work. The cameras are over there, but I just want everybody who was a part of this, say, yay, give it a clap. Yay, you were all a part of this. I wish the cameras were here looking at you all, because you were all a part of this. Now, I would like to introduce our first speaker, San Diego's greatest advocate, a key player in making this project happen, and of course, someone in our community with long-standing roots to the Mission Beach community, our mayor, Kevin Faulkner.
Thank you, Lori. Good to see you. Thank you. Well, good morning. Good morning. It is great to be here. This is just like City Hall, only different. I love my wearing a tie in Mission Beach, right? Look, guys, I'm so excited, and I can't thank Lori enough for her leadership and support. And really, this is about our Mission Beach community and people from throughout San Diego who realized how special this is. Generations of San Diegans that have come and used this pool, used this facility. I have, many of you have, and today we stand, on the cusp of returning it back to its luster, making this very, very special for future generations of San Diegans. It was worth the wait. It was worth the wait to do it right. And I can't say enough of our Mission Beach community. All of you, from the very beginning of this process, said we want to create not only something special here at Belmont Park, but we want to preserve our rich legacy and our history and this incredibly important asset. So today is, it's the new beginning of this very historic swimming pool. As I think you know, it was first constructed in 1925 by John D. Spreckles, and it was and is, of course, the centerpiece of Belmont Park. At the time, a little history here, because I like history, it was the largest saltwater pool in the world, holding 400,000 gallons of water. And it was designed, of course, as I think we all know, to mimic the Spanish Renaissance style and the buildings that, of course, you see in Balboa Park. And so when John Spreckles passed away, he generously donated this to Plunge to the city of San Diego. And of course, it stood as a landmark for the better part of a century. But as we all know, sometimes time can be cruel and unforgiving. And so in recent years, it was obvious that both the park and the Plunge were in desperate need of repairs. And of course, that's where Pacifica Enterprises stepped in. Since acquiring the lease to Belmont Park in 2012, really, Pacifica has done a remarkable job of turning Belmont Park into a world-class destination, one that we're very proud of here, not only just in Mission Beach, but the entire San Diego. What we're here about today, of course, the restoration of the Plunge, is going to continue that momentum. And this is a public-private partnership, if there ever was one, on a $11 million project. And I also want to point out something I think is very important. This project is going to cost more than we originally thought, because unfortunately the bones of this project were in worse shape than initially projected. But the good news is that we have a terrific community partner in Pacifica Enterprises. They know how important the Plunge is, not just to your mayor and your council member, but to all of us here in Mission Beach and San Diego. And so they agreed to spend the millions more to make sure the Plunge is restored the right way, at no cost to taxpayers. Thank you, Pacifica. Thank you. I always like the no cost to taxpayers. Anytime I could say that, I really like that. So I want to thank you, Dario, and you and all of your team, and for really, as Lori said, this was the collaboration from the very beginning, working with our Mission Beach neighbors who have a fond, this is part of the community, and always has been. And so after years of planning, we're finally here today to really get going on a revitalized Plunge swimming pool. And it really showcases, as I said, the rich history of this building while ensuring that we're going to be able to use it, families and kids, for generations to come. And I want to thank you for making your commitment to Mission Beach. I want to thank all of our residents here all of our neighbors. Thank you for your determination. When we started this several years ago, we knew that this opportunity was, as I said, to not just do it, but to do it right, and to be something that we are all proud of long after it's done. And I also want to say in conclusion, if you would join me in thanking all of our hardworking city employees who have loved this building, who have loved this park, who do an excellent job on our beaches and bays. Please give a warm round of applause to all of our city employees who've been working really hard. So I can't wait, Lori, to get this thing started. Ladies and gentlemen, a true public-private partnership. And I can't wait to be back with all of you here when it's open and ready, and we'll jump in the pool together. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks, Lori. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. You'll be back in a little bit. Belmont Park has been a really special place for me. I have kids, and I've been here before Pacifica, and I've been here after Pacifica. And it is an absolute world of difference. Since Pacifica came on board, the revitalization that has happened here is just amazing. I mean, everybody knows the state of Belmont Park. It was in a rut. It was a place that people wanted to avoid. But as the mayor indicated, all that changed starting when Pacifica came on board in about 2012. And they had already invested more than $40 million to reestablish the park. Just yesterday, I was in Los Angeles with friends visiting them from San Diego, and I was telling them what I was doing today. And they now have 3 children. And they were saying, Belmont Park. I said, oh, yeah, no, you have got to bring your kids back to Belmont Park. You won't recognize it. There are all these restaurants now, the Draft, Cannonball, Wave House. I was telling them about all of the new rides and attractions, the zip line, the rock wall, and just all of the new stores and everything that has happened here. So they'll definitely be bringing the kids here. But that's the impression that they have, and that's why it's so important for all of us to tell the story that this is not the Belmont Park that you remember from your childhood or teens or whatever, and have your friends bring their kids back, as I've done. I even brought my daughter here, I think on her 15th birthday, dropped her and all the kids off, and felt like it was safe. I could come 4 hours later, because there was no way I was hanging out here with them for the whole 4 hours. But and I said, just stay at Belmont Park, you'll be safe. So there are so many things that have happened here, and what's really awesome for the community is the community room. The town council, the planning board, so many other community groups have used it. I've been there many, many times. And I see some of the tenants here, the new economic activity, the sales tax, and tenants here now have increased business, and it's really great as far as the sales and economic activity goes as well. So Pacifica, the job you've done is remarkable. We know that there's more to do, and one of them is right behind us, the Plunge. And it closed in 2014. We just didn't have the money, right, Mayor? We don't have the money to fix all these assets. So it was fantastic that Pacifica was willing to enter into a public-private partnership with us, where they essentially advanced the money to the city, and an interest-free loan. Don't you love interest-free loans, Mayor? I do. And they're going to get their money back over the next decade through rent credits. So this was really an innovative partnership, and this would probably just be sitting there for years longer as one of the list of improvements that we need to make if it wasn't for Pacifica being willing to enter into that partnership. So Mayor Faulkner and I and the community, we're all proud to be a part of the celebration today. And to share more about the exciting news, I would like to invite up the founder, president, and chief operating officer of Pacifica Enterprises, Mr. Dario DeLuca. Would you come on up? The man that made it happen. Behind the scenes. Thank you. Want me to take? I'm going to take that.
Thank you, Mayor Faulkner. Thank you, Council Member Zaff. Hello, everyone, and my name is Dario DeLuca, and I'm here on behalf of Pacifica Enterprises. First, I would like to thank everyone here for making this revitalization project possible. Simply without your efforts, we would not be here today. I would also like to thank the community of San Diego and Mission Beach for their support and shared vision for Belmont Park. It's been a privilege to have partnered with the city in bringing back to life this nearly 100-year-old iconic landmark to the community of San Diego. It was early 2012 that I walked this park at night and was in complete disarray, thinking to myself, this is not something we should be looking at. But after walking it further and knowing what the community was all about and truly meeting with the leaders, Mayor Faulkner at that time being the council member, various community leaders, it was that support that gave us the push to say, we're going to take this on. So simply, without this collaborative cooperation, it's not something that we could do on our own. So as much as I would like to take credit, I cannot, because it was these collective efforts of the citizens, of the community leaders of Mission Beach, Mayor, Councilmember Zaff, to get us here today to where we can actually see this building come down and a new state-of-the-art facility become built here. We're also very excited about our partnering with FIT Athletic Club. FIT is a state-of-the-art fitness operator, and we couldn't be more pleased than having Scott Lutwig, founder and CEO of FIT, join us today. And I would like Scott to come up and share a little bit about his vision and what we can expect to see in the very near future in the building behind us. So I thank you again for all your support. I look forward to many of you coming out and taking the plunge with us in the very near future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dario. And thank you, everybody, for joining us here today for this special occasion. My name is Scott Lutwak, and I am the founder of FIT Athletic Club. Since arriving in San Diego in 2008, we have opened in 3 locations, downtown in East Village, Carmel Mountain, and in Solana Beach. Together, we serve more than 10,000 active members, providing the industry's best classes, group fitness instructors, and all the best fitness equipment available in the industry. Although I'm extremely proud of our accomplishments as a brick and mortar company, I believe our greatest achievement is the community that we've built. A community of fitness-minded individuals who care as much about the health and well-being of their neighbors as they do their own. And I believe our effectiveness in bringing health and wellness to all San Diegans expands here today as we partner with Pacifica to rebuild this amazing facility here in Mission Beach. Working together with an amazing team, we have redesigned this historic plunge swimming pool. It will now be housed by a modern glass and aluminum structure that is certain to be as timeless as it is architecturally appeasing. On the our big design element is going to be a state-of-the-art glass retractable roofing system, which is certain to increase circulation and allow all patrons to enjoy this beautiful sunny San Diego weather every day. On the second floor, we'll have a 20,000 square foot athletic club with elevated group fitness studios that look into the swimming pool as well as out to the ocean. I could go into all the details about the design, but in the interest of time, I'll encourage you to visit us in the reception area to talk more about how to become part of the FIT community. But in the meantime, I want to thank everyone who I know has worked so hard to make this project a reality. I believe that the rebuilding of the Plunge is the most amazing project and a true victory for all San Diegans. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen, and thank you, Pacifica. Now I'd like to bring up Gary Wanacott, who is the president of the Mission Beach Town Council, to share how much the Plunge means. Come on up, Gary. I'm stretching here. How much the Plunge means to the Mission Beach community. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Good morning. I'd like to thank Councilmember Zapp and Mayor Faulkner for, first of all, having the leadership and really providing the support to these projects in Mission Beach. It's a real landmark. It's very important to us, and I think we're making really good progress on this. I'd also like to, as Councilmember Zapp said, I'm president of Mission Beach Town Council. I've lived in Mission Beach since 1973 with my wife, Jeannie. We've seen a lot of changes in Mission Beach, but Belmont Park, a lot more changes than you might know. When we first moved here, there was a giant Ferris wheel that you could ride to the top, and you could look out to see the city of San Diego, which didn't look nearly as nice as it does today. You could see down to Point Loma, see up to La Jolla. So that was one of the changes. I'm also was a charter member of the fitness center here, the first one that was here, and used to take advantage of it. It was actually located in the basement of the lobby here, and was kind of in a dark area. Every now and again we'd get a little water trickling down from the pool, but I would see neighbors there, and it was a lot of fun. We'd go there and enjoy the time together in the exercise area. I also swam laps in the pool, would see neighbors there, and early years later, I see the same neighbors. We'd be back, though, rehabilitating from surgeries. So we've seen a lot of ups and downs at Belmont Park, a lot of starts and stops. There were times when you didn't feel comfortable coming here with your family, with your kids, because of the possible crime. But there's been a real transformation in the last 5 or 6 years. And we owe that to Pacifica, the vision that Pacifica Enterprises has. Thank you very much for that. And I think we're just at the beginning now. And I think now we have the groundbreaking today. In a year and a half or so, we'll have the opening. We're very much looking forward to that. At the town council meetings, I'd also like to give credit to Dan Hayden, who I believe is the project manager on this. He came just about... Dan came to almost every town council meeting that we had. We always put him at the end because we knew the membership would hang around because they wanted to hear about the project. That was sort of an unintended consequence. But Dan has done a great job. He's always kept the community informed. He's always kept us apprised of schedules. And he's done a great job. We're looking forward to working with him some more in the future. I've heard people say that Mission Beach is the window to San Diego. And so you can imagine that this landmark, this Belmont Park, is incredibly important to us. When we have visitors come from other states or even other countries, the first thing they see when they come into Mission Beach is Belmont Park. So it's really important that we continue this revitalization. And we really thank, again, the Mayor, Councilmember Zapp, for your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. And now, well, first, I just want to say thank you. We really appreciate your leadership. Clearly, you have been involved and active for decades, so thank you for your leadership in Mission Beach and helping be a part of making this happen. And now, I would like, well, this is a very special part of our program, and I would like you to join me in welcoming Felicia Cicalo-Aiken. She is the president of the Mission Beach Women's Club. Welcome, Felicia.
Thank you. Thank you, Councilmember Zapp, for the warm introduction, and thank you for everything you do for our community. I am honored to participate in such a special celebration today. We have been sad to see the Plunge closed for so long. Today marks an exciting step towards the reopening of our community's most cherished facility. My role in today's program is a little different from the other distinguished guests you've heard from. I'm here to pay tribute to someone who was not only a remarkable advocate for Belmont Park and the Plunge, but a true champion for the Mission Beach community at large. We may not be where we are now if it weren't for the dedicated efforts to build support in the community for the recent lease amendment for Belmont Park and the reconstruction of the Plunge. This special individual was involved in every aspect of the Mission Beach community. She was a civic leader who truly embodied public service. Before retiring, she was a teacher, a principal, an administrator, an assistant superintendent, the Executive Director of the County of San Diego's Juvenile Court and Community Schools, and the dissertation consultant for doctoral candidates at San Diego State University. But her commitment to public service didn't end after she retired. Quite the contrary. I'm here. You were likely to find her voicing her opinion at a Mission Beach Town Council meeting, a planning board, or a women's club meeting, working to advance programs for children in the community, advocating on Mission Beach residents at city council hearings, or most notably, rolling up her sleeves and removing graffiti from the various walls and surfaces throughout our community. I am here to pay tribute to our dear friend Maruta Gardner. Last year we lost Maruta in a tragic accident as she was struck by a drunk driver while returning home one evening after removing graffiti in the area. We know Maruta would have loved to have been a part of today's milestone celebration. Today, neighbors and friends, we celebrate the future of the Plunge, and we champion Maruta's unwavering commitment to the revitalization underway at Belmont Park and the well-being of the Mission Beach community. And in doing so, we are pleased to unveil this plaque in Maruta's honor. The inscription reads, "In Memoriam, Maruta Gardner, 1947 to 2016, with appreciation for her many years of service and dedication to the Mission Beach community and Belmont Park." On behalf of Maruta's family, friends, and the Mission Beach Women's Club, thank you to Pacifica for graciously commissioning this plaque as a token of our collective appreciation of her selfless commitment to our community. This plaque will be placed in a prominent location at Belmont Park once construction is complete, and will stand as a testament honoring Maruta's passion, commitment, and service to the community for future generations, and serve as a reminder of her love for Mission Beach. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Felicia. Very well deserved. In District 2, we are doing a Volunteer of the Year Awards, and we've created, and I hope this continues for many years to come, well past me, the Maruta Gardner Volunteer of the Year Award in memory of her. And so it is sad that she cannot be here today, but we'll all remember and recognize her. So now, Mayor Faulkner, will you please join me? I think you have a very important task ahead, something about signaling the start of this much-needed construction.
He has a big crowbar up there. I can see that. This guy's ready to go. So, okay. Well, thank you, Lori. Okay. Are you guys ready? He looks ready. All right. Very good. So we're just going to count it down, right? Why don't you come on, Mission Beach? Everybody, why don't you stand up? Let's, and council member, let's get a countdown to getting this going. Ready? 10,
9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go for
Careful.
Woo! All right. Yeah. Woo! pretty fun. That was pretty cool. I would have done that. I would have donned a hard hat and done that. That is fantastic.